A classic game of rugby league, closeness of score throughout, great individual displays, some splendid tries and an element of doubt about one of Canterbury's tries against Balmain. That was the one scored by Steve Mortimer. If only it could always be like this, rugby league would achieve its place in the sun. This game had everything. I've seen two superb games of rugby league at Leichhardt Oval in 4 days.
Yep, it's a great game, man.
And there could have been a penalty there, but the referee, Roberts, very wisely played advantage and they scored a try from it because Pearce should have been penalised for taking his legs away. Now, there's a nicely set up move. Are you going to use this one for North Sydney?
I haven't seen it yet, Rex.
I'll have a look. The dummy left, the dummy right, the swivel back in the middle, and Jack, the fullback, comes down the guts.
Yeah, sure. Good.
You like that one? Well, you can borrow that one. We'll give you the tape of that.
Thanks very much.
Oh, and will Scott Gale, and to his credit, he threw the pass and he chases Peter Mortimer for 90 yards. Yeah. Didn't make much of an impression on him, but he gave him a bit more start than that.
Yeah, sure.
But that's another hallmark of a good play. You make a mistake, you try to rectify
sure.
it. I've got a huge rap on that young Scott Gale. I think he's going to be a beauty. Langmack, who's improving a lot. I'd like to see him stay in the scrum until the ball's out. He doesn't do a whole lot of that, but a lot of the lock forwards get away with that. Balmain, who'd come into the side late, managed to get a pass away to Peter Mortimer onto Steve, and I doubt very severely whether he got that ball down there in time, and I think there might have been an element of a pass forward there, but take no credit away from them. What about this for personal skills?
Unbelievable. That's what we were talking about just before, little halfbacks.
This is the finest solo try I've seen for a couple of seasons, and he scored a few lately that'd bring the house down.
Yeah.
Oh, blimey, what a good player he is. If I could have ever run that fast, they would never have got the ball from me. I would never have passed it to anyone. As it was, I was always passing because I couldn't run. Steve Mortimer answered his critics, I thought, in the best possible way he could, too, with a rousing
fine
game.
Player, great player.
How do you rate the halfbacks? Peter Sterling, Steve Mortimer, those two?
I'd have Stevie Mortimer.
Would you?
Yeah, he's my sort of player. He's electrifying pace, and he knows where he's at, and he's jumping and diving all the time.
He's just got that bit more pace than the other fella. But Sterling's he's like a lock forward come halfback, isn't he?
He's a fine player. He just hasn't got the pace that Steve has.
And there are a few better defenders around than Steve Mortimer in that cover defence role he takes on.
Sure.
Gee, they're a good side. He's a good player too. What about the Conlon's unaccountable two late goal misses? Would you have said anything to him? Goal kicking, a very personal thing, isn't it?
Yeah, I'll say very hard, big crowd, a lot of pressure. He's trying very hard, but
he kicked so well early, and to miss two relatively easy ones. Pearce, Jack, Conlon, Elias. What sort of thoughts have on Benny Elias?
He's a good little player.
Very little being the key word. Do you reckon that he might be too little for the big time? Keith Barnes will probably jump into the studio from Balmain. He came up to me on Wednesday night and he said, put his face about that far from me. He said, is he too bloody little now? I said, I didn't say anything. It was Darky Walsh said that, not me. So you think he's a good player?
Oh, great player, yeah.
And size really, doesn't come into it?
Not really, no.
Lookers are no longer the specialists they used to be,
that's true,
seemingly under six tackle football.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's not, he's little and he's fast, so if he's little and he's slow, he'd be in trouble, but he's fast and he's got plenty up his sleeves.
One other thing will preempt the coach of the Canterbury side, Mr. Ryan. Now, he's selected a second rower, a perfectly good second rower as the hooker, folks. He did a great job. I thought he played extremely well, but he lost a couple of critical scrums at the end. Do you really believe the day of the specialist hooker's gone?
Yeah, I think I do, yeah. Because, you can get the feed and the loose now.
Yeah.
So, it's a big advantage.
Maybe that's a rule that's got to be changed. Make a bit more of a lottery when the scrum goes down rather than the sort of foregone conclusion.
It's a lottery anyway now, Rick.